We have a major update on WWE acquiring AAA, plus an ex-WWE star signs with TNA, and which WWE star attacked Joe Hendry at TNA Rebellion. It's all in the Cultaholic Wrestling News right now. So big news over the WrestleMania weekend was that WWE put their hand in their pocket, just randomly bought Lucha Libre promotion AAA.
Yes, they announced that on the night one kickoff show.
And who says nothing happens on the kickoff show?
I know, yeah, that was mad.
Right?
But there has been an update though, Tom, on keeping it 100 because Conan's been talking about it orally.
He has indeed.
And he said that, he shed some light on how creative will run backstage, revealing that guess who's going to be on the creative team?
Oh,
it's Conan. It's him. He's going to be on the creative team. Alongside Dorian Roldan Pena, a key AAA exec, Paul Levesque, and Shawn Michaels, which suggests, I think, a closer collaborative effort than I first anticipated. I thought that maybe the DX boys would be quite hands-off, but no, it's going to be a collaborative effort involving Triple H and Shawn Michaels as well.
Yeah, Conan spoke more about the acquisition, saying, here's the thing that I've been telling people. Of course, the fans are so passionate. Some of them are just so fanatical. Our problem in AAA isn't our talent. It's not our booking. It's that we don't have any money. He went on to talk about the fact that the financial issue has been one that has really held back AAA, and that doesn't seem like it's going to be a problem anymore. He says, we're working with WWE. It doesn't get any better than that. And so our show will look a lot better, and we're going to be able to work with their talent. And now, with money, you'll see what we can effing do. Flipping do. Lots of other speculation around this acquisition for AAA. There was reports that we had exclusively here at Cultaholic that there was some consideration to renaming it NXT Mexico.
Yes.
That's something that's still floating around. Talk of some of the talent potentially getting told to learn English and learn the American style of wrestling. I saw stuff from Lucha Blog coming out about that one as well. A really interesting time to see how AAA under WWE's umbrella will look, because I don't believe for a single second that I never thought the moment they bought it, I never thought for a second that they were going to just run it as you want to do it.
Right.
We won't get involved at all. Didn't buy that at all.
No, but it's still what Conan said there, if it's indeed true, that is still closer than I thought it was going to be, with Triple H directly involved. I'm quite surprised about that, but I guess that's what he did with the UK scene as well, I suppose.
Yeah, because it was kind of Shawn Michaels' first project. It was Shawn Michaels working remotely. He was kind of like the voice of God when they were doing NXT UK and the BT Sports Studios. It was almost, I think, because at that point you had Triple H running NXT and then Shawn Michaels running NXT UK.
Okay,
and
right.
then both seemed to have graduated up, with Triple H running WWE's main creative and Shawn Michaels running NXT's creative.
So now they need to get Road Dogg in again to run and then X-Pac.
Well, Road Dogg's running he's doing creative on SmackDown.
Of course he is.
Oh, they're going to send him to Mexico, aren't they?
God. No.
They're going to send him to Mexico.
No.
Staying with WWE, it looks like we're saying farewell to somebody who genuinely has been brilliant on the main roster.
Yeah, 100%. We're talking, of course, about the now former Women's United States Champion, Chelsea Green. She said goodbye for now on Twitter, making a brief farewell address in the wake of losing her United States Championship on SmackDown this past Friday. It would seem that from what she said, it seems like she might be taking a bit of a hiatus after her run as champion is over now.
Yeah, I'm really sad to see that reign come to an end. I wasn't expecting Zelina Vega to pick up the dub.
No, me neither, especially when it sounds so weird to say, but especially when she beat Chelsea Green in a couple of non-title matches. I think one by count out and then one by pinfall. And I thought, well, she's got her win over her now, but they're not going to actually put the belt on Zelina Vega. Not that I'm against it, but I am quite surprised as well. And I'm not against it because of Zelina. I'm just against it because, as you say, Chelsea's been so entertaining recently with that title.
She's been fantastic. Now, Chelsea Green spoke to Adrian Hernandez about being left off of the WrestleMania card. She said, I wanted the Women's United States and the Women's Intercontinental titles to be on the show. Obviously, Lyra was, but the belt wasn't defended. But at the end of the day, we only have so many hours and so many spots on the card. The women who were on the show did an amazing job at representing all of us. Although I'm upset and I wish I could have been on it, I'm really proud of the girls.
Fair enough.
I'm gutted she wasn't on the WrestleMania card, and I hope this little break means that she comes back stronger and they continue to get behind her. Maybe this is her graduating up to the women's title.
I also wonder what this means for the Secret Service. Piper Niven and Alba Fire, are they going to carry on as a tag team when Chelsea's not there, or are they going to wait until she comes back? I guess we'll wait and see.
We barely sort of got scratched the surface of that one, didn't we? Barely scratched the surface.
There's an untapped mine of comedic potential there for the lasses.
In terms of talent with untapped potential, one of those the WWE let go turned up last night at TNA Rebellion. Indy Hartwell has crossed the line, Jack.
Yes, she's one that I was surprised that they let go because she was young, she seemed pretty good in the ring, and she seemed funny. And funny always helps, as we've seen with Chelsea Green.
Funny is funny.
Funny is funny, but she was in the crowd for Rebellion last night, where during a ringside interview, she revealed that she had officially been signed to TNA's Knockouts division. It was announced later on that Indy will appear on the next episode of Impact Wrestling.
Again, another great addition to that burgeoning Knockouts division. The one that recently lost Jordan Grace, and no harm in bolstering it a little more in her departure.
Not at all. I mean, it's obviously got loads of talent in it that she can work with, more experienced people as well who can hopefully help her get better. They once, around the time they were about to lose Jordan Grace, they did get Tessa Blanchard in, and everyone went, ugh. But
that was the noise everyone made.
But I noticed, I've not watched the match yet, but I noticed at Rebellion that she was unsuccessful in taking the title from Masha Slamovich, as she's still the TNA Knockouts champion and everything. So that's quite interesting. There's so much talent in that women's division, or that Knockouts division.
One title that did change hands, though, is the World Tag Team titles. The Nemoths beat the Hardies.
Oh my goodness me, those dastardly heels.
Dastardly boys. We saw Jeff we saw Matt getting beaten up with the steel chair outside the ring. Jeff getting the danger zone, and the Nemoths picking up the win. Post-match, the Nemoths declared they'd proved who the best brother tag team is, and that the Hardys don't have it anymore.
I feel like, I don't know if you sense this as well, Tom, I feel like the Hardys are going to get a bit of revenge. Do you not think it feels like it?
It feels like revenge is on the cards for them a little bit. As was at the end of the night. So Joe Hendry defended the TNA World title against Ethan Page and Frankie Kazarian last night. Hendry picking up the win. As you said during the countdown show, all the panel predicted that Joe would win.
I know. Well, nearly. I think all of them said Joe, apart from one who said Ethan Page, and Kazarian got 0 picks, which made everybody watching apparently go, Kazarian's winning then. It's the way that wrestling works. No, Joe's still retained the title. Probably a good move at the moment, I'd say.
I think good to keep the bet on him for now. But for how long? Because which WWE star is this? Stepping in, crossing the line and attacking Joe Hendry. Somebody he's had some dealings with lately. Maybe somebody that had voices in his head.
Trick Williams. The voices just incessantly say, whoop that trick over and over again.
That's the voice.
No, it was very exciting. He got a good reaction as well when he appeared to clock Joe Hendry as he turned around in his celebration. And I think that you made a good point off camera. I think that we could see it come true. Could Trick Williams be the next TNA champion?
I think Trick beats Joe. I think that's a way to make a star. You've got Joe Hendry, who's been doing some great business lately. I think maybe you have Trick and Joe exchange the belt over the summer. So Trick becomes a TNA champion, walking into NXT, having that belt, maybe disrespecting that belt somewhat.
Maybe.
And then it's Joe who has to defend the honor of TNA and take it back again.
I mean, to do so, or if they pass that belt backwards and forwards.
Yeah.
I thought you meant Joe will then go after the NXT title. But
I think that's on the cards at some point as well.
That's Obafemi's belt, Tom. He's a big boy.
He is a massive, massive boy. By the way, I don't know whether you can tell anymore because thankfully it's gone down. I had concussion protocol yesterday.
Tom,
that was exciting.
I saw you took part in a rumble.
Yes, massive thank you to my friends at Wrestle Carnival. I was proud to host the Foley Invitational. Adam Foley, a wonderful friend of Wrestle Carnival who we lost too soon. A tournament took place last night in his honor, and there was a rumble as well. And you could see it on your screens right now. There's me chucking out Big Strong Man. He wasn't big or strong after all.
Very nimble sidestep from you there, Tom. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. There's my stunner to Rogan. Yorkshire tough. Haha. More like Yorkshire not enough. Ravy Davey there. He was apparently looking after me by popping me on the side of the ring. And Alexis Falcon, who was the one that encouraged me to get in the match, she's the one that knocks me out. And as you can see there, I didn't land very well.
That is terrifying. Oh man, reminiscent of another Foley, Tom, Mick Foley, who took some bumps.
Just a little bit. I hit the ground quite hard there. I went back to the announce position, and Gary Ward, the promoter, came and went, "Are you all right?" Oh, yeah, I'm fine. He went, you got a big lump on your head. I went, okay. And then I went and sat with the medical team for a bit whilst they shone lights in my eyes, took my blood pressure, did some cognitive tests, whilst I was still announcing the Rumble entrance. It was a lovely time. I can confirm I do not have a concussion.
Yeah,
just a lovely egg that my wife is livid about.
The news, it's gone, I can't really tell.
It's all right now. It's better now than it was.
The news here is that Tom's okay.
I'm okay. I mean, this side of me is buggered completely. There is that.
Okay.
This ain't particularly good, but we're gonna be fine. Thanks to Wrestle Carnival for having me. You can watch the on demand at some point as well. That and a trip to Beamish Museum. I had a really lovely weekend.
Contrasting events there, but nice.
It was a nice time.
I'm glad you're okay. That bump to the floor is terrifying.
I mean, at the time, I just thought, I think that looked all right. And then I went, oh, yeah.
It looks brilliant, but...
Hey, look, this ain't ballet. Don't try this at home. No. It's basically, now we have both taken wild bumps to our heads in major wrestling events. You getting super kicked by Will Ospreay.
Yeah,
and me in the concrete floor Wrestle Carnival in Coventry.
I think the difference is that Will Ospreay is one of the best wrestlers in the world and is in full control of what he's doing, whereas the concrete floor is very much not.
Are you suggesting the concrete floor isn't a good worker?
I don't want to cause any trouble. I've been a big fan of concrete floor for a long time, and I hope he continues to do great things. Same,
mate. Hey, for the very latest wrestling news at any time, you can check out cultaholic.com. Stay safe and love you. Bye. I mean, seriously, stay safe. I really
don't try this.